All right, I told you I'd show you this next part. So we are working down this dagger from Flint River Chert, and there's Marshall in the background. And we're gonna finish it in this video. Like I said, it's gonna take a while, but we're gonna finish it. And hopefully this makes you guys happy. That's what I wanna do, is make you guys happy. So let's see if I can accomplish that goal, because that's what I want. I want you guys to enjoy this channel. And gotta finish up my blades. Gotta finish them up. From time to time I see Facebook photos and videos of stashes of tons of bifaces. Tonses. And sometimes the comments say, yeah, I love making bifaces, but I don't get to finish them. Well, I will say, one thing is, you only get to live one life, and if you make a bunch of bifaces, you don't finish them up, you gotta finish them up. But man, I've done the same thing. In fact, that's how I learned how to do flint knapping, is just making a butt ton of bifaces over there in the corner, and I still got them. They kind of give me a reminder of whenever I first got into the hobby. And that's the way I learned, is just bifacing. And eventually, you gotta turn those into a point. So that's my challenge to you. Take your bifaces, make them into a point. See how well you can do. All right. Now this side's fairly thin. This other side's gonna need a little bit of touching up work. I recognize it needs to be a little bit thick, but not that much, I don't think. Now this is very dangerous here. These few strikes here. I gotta really think about it. I do not want this thing to break at this stage here. So let's see. And the reason I say that is because the weight distribution felt a little funky. Maybe one size up here. That did well. And that did well. I think we can probably switch to this popper. I should have abraded that. There we go. See, that's what I was looking for. Right there. Now, as for the rest of this, you can just probably thin it down as normal. Yep. 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 Y'all ever watch that Storage Wars show? Yep. Yep. It's been ages since I've seen it. That one guy always said, yep. I think a lot of those are staged, I would imagine. I was crushed. Not really, but First found out WWE was fake. It's what? I want to thin it down, but like I think it looked better a little thicker there. Yeah, that's a weird thing of me to say. Yeah, I don't know. If I want to thin it down, I can later, I guess. This is a weird angle here. Don't really know what to do with it other than to chop it off and just make that our blade. Yeah, there's a little seam there. Yep, gotta do it. What's the best way to do it? Probably just a nibble. To nibble it off. And I'm not hitting that. I'm gonna pressure flake it. Where's my pad at? Here's one of them. Okay, y'all probably couldn't see that, but it's all right. Let's see. Get the old issue stick out here. Yep, that'll be a little better. All right, now let's go back to the base. The urge to just wallop off some of these flakes is just crazy. Gotta restrain, gotta restrain. Getting it dialed in. I think. Maybe. Hopefully. I'm seeing that this side is not quite as up to standard as the other one. Oh boy, might have cut a little too much there. probably did, but that's all right. We'll figure out a way to get it worked out. Kind of reminds you of like a sunfish looking Simpson. For those of you familiar with deep south points, you should know what that is. Ought to know what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that be, I guess. I guess the flat edges is where like the punch can come in handy. I guess that's what that's for. I think this will be my last little rendezvous after this handle. I'm just gonna hit probably straight down, nothing fancy, maybe in a little bit. Now I know I'm overshooting, but again, I'm not going for a ridge either. Usually when I go quiet, I'm just focusing, guys, so I apologize. Either that or my phone's died. I'd say we're sitting pretty okay. Well, that wasn't a cop, but there's you a motorcycle. We have cops like every video. For those who don't know, as much as I want to go super thin, I just gotta hold back a little bit. Now again, this kind of has a little seam in it, so we're just gonna have to pressure flake the rest of that out. But there's kind of our preform, so to speak. Flat here. This side looks pretty amazing, aside from the pressure work. This side, I tried to, you know, even it out there in the middle without it looking too abnormal. And now we got to do the pressure flaking. So again, something that's super, figure out to stretch a bit out of my comfort zone. Not something I've really done before, other than practicing on that last one. Yeah, probably should be using copper, but in fact, let me see if I have a bit that's ready to go. I feel like I should. Should have a few somewhere. It over there. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, there we go. I bought a whole bunch. I was like, I know I have them somewhere. So maybe I'll try this out first. This is copper. And I'll just kind of, I think last time I used this too. Just have to see. So I made a flake right there. See that? There, my fingers are rough right now. I think you just take that one and whatever's left, you just peel it back. Like that. And you just do a kind of a back and forth thing here. Had to double strike that one. And come back. Press a little. And that should give us a little. So like that flake there that I pressed off, see it? Where it hinged out there? I pressed from there and see where it came out. Well, I'm gonna take the lip of that right there and press in. So I'm gonna put this, see where it flaked here? We'll put it right there and flake into there. So where that flake is, you take it, put it here, and then push this way. I don't really have a good way to hold it with this particular pad. I might have peeled it too much there. Let's see. Because this wasn't a distinguished edge, it wasn't fantastic. Come back through. There's a huge hinge there. I was able to get it out. Come back through here. I feel like I'm just taking a little bit too much of a bite out of each one. Just gotta keep that in mind. This one I really just want to press down and straight in. Just about. Let me use this pad here. All right, I don't know. We started it there. Maybe I should go from the other side and meet it. That way I don't ruin anything if I don't have to. That should give us plenty of room though. With a flake like that, should be able to peel back. Yep, just like that. Okay. And now I'll take that and go here. And there. If this one will pop off, maybe it just doesn't want to. I've got a lot to learn, folks. I've got a lot to learn. which is exactly why I'm doing this and not the Jasper one. See, it's making sense. Yep, there we go. That gave us some room. Yep. See, now it's working out great. I just needed to take a bigger bite, I think. See, right there. There we go. Now it's coming together. Yep, that's it. We figured it out. I needed to take a little bit bigger of a bite on it. There we go. I'll show you here in a minute. Probably won't be very symmetrical, but it'll be something. This is going to be the goofiest looking thing I've ever seen, but be what it'll be, be what it'll be. Come on, get it here. Call it a little more and we needed to. I guess we caught it. Far from perfect. There's my first one, so. First 1.5, I guess. All right, so I did this top edge. See it? Can you see it? Pretty rough, pretty rudimentary. Excuse me, but hey, I did it. That part. Now we aren't done. We aren't near done. This will be a longer one. Because now I got to figure out how to do the other side. I gotta do the edges, which the edges shouldn't take but 2 seconds to do, honestly. It shouldn't take long at all, I wouldn't think. Yeah, it's a little catty-wonkus, but it'd be fine. Get rid of a little bit of that edge. Make it a little more symmetrical, I guess. Yeah, that base is not going to be perfectly symmetrical. It is what it is, I guess. I can clip this in a little bit more. That'll help it out a little bit. Got a lot to learn, a lot to figure out, but at least I'm not wasting my precious jasper. That'll help a little bit. Okay, now let's do this back edge. Now I got to keep in mind that I need to take out a little bit more than I did the last time. So like really give it a decent little push. Yeah, like that. Big bite out of it. Yeah, there we go. It's coming together. Good bite. Really on the back side is the one I got to take the big bite out of. Like right here. Okay. There we go. Now it's working. Kinda. All right, now looky there. If we don't have a nice little base going, I think that's how he left his, is just like that. So it's pretty rudimentary, but I mean, it's there. It is there, is it not? It's pretty rough though. Let's see about taking this one here. Oh, I was using this. Yeah, this worked well. This little pad here, just kind of grabbing it. Fix the symmetry a little bit there, but not a ton. Ah! Looks like I accidentally chopped off some of this back edge now. Uh-oh. Now I gotta redo it, kind of. There we go. Well, now it took off the other side. You just can't win these days. At least I'm figuring it out. And still fixing the symmetry, so on these corners I can't just overdo it because it'll round the whole thing out, essentially. I know y'all probably can't see what I'm doing, so I apologize. But hopefully you will see it momentarily. See, that ought to come off. All right, we'll just go with that. We'll just go with that. It looks fine to me. Looks fine. All right, okay. Get a sip of drink, a little Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew. All right. Take these off. Whew. That way I can feel what's going on here. Let's go ahead and stitch the edge here. Sharpen this up. Now I think it should just be a simple back and forth motion. So let's see. I think you just start just kind of on the edge there by just poking it in a little bit. Like that. See, I poked it out. And come back and do it on this side. That same hole. I think that's what you do. I mean, I didn't wash anybody, but I mean, I think that's what you do. It looks like it's what you do. Kind of drawing it in too much. Let me see here. Gotta kind of quit that. See, I'm just isolating it. Well, guys, this is kind of what you wanted to see here. Hope it's living up to the expectations. First dagger. I'm not going off of really, I don't know the types. I'm just kind of doing my own thing here, in all honesty. I don't know, I'll figure out a place to stop here in about 2 seconds. Maybe somewhere about right there. Okay, let's sharpen this thing up a little bit more. The other side. There we go. I was just getting that hinge out. I don't know how tight knit these need to be either, so I'm just kind of winging it my first go round. That hinged out. That one didn't know. All right, and so just like that, we kind of got it together. Now, I don't know if I need to tighten those up a little bit, like go inside the little things and do it. Let me try that. I don't think you're supposed to. Oopsies. It's okay. See how I tidied this up, and this one's just still like that. I don't know what's better. It's gonna be a braided either way. I probably should have left it and braided it, but what's done is done now, so I'm okay with it. It's not a bad thing. Again, I'm new to all this. I have no idea. Not too terrible. Not amazing, but not terrible either. All right. So that's kind of where the base is concerned, and honestly, I'm just gonna tidy everything else up and be done. And probably just pressure flake it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to mess it up at this stage. No, I'm just going to get a new bit. save me some time here. I don't know if y'all are like that or not. For filming a video's sake, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna pressure flake it. Alright, so one side's done, just gotta do the other. What I'm realizing is I'm nowhere near Mr. DC at the moment. Not even close. But maybe I'll get there. Gotta start somewhere with these blades. But I did learn a lot. I'll talk about that in a second. Now I just got to tidy up the edge. We'll be about done. Yes, sir. Should I make it serrated? Probably not. All right, really just one more pass down the back side of this and we're done. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta go this way now. Getting close. Looks like we're just a little off symmetry on this side. Take the pressure flaker out, come back through. Come too far to just keep it unbalanced. Might as well get a little symmetrical. Is that about right? Just about. Do one little final pass, I guess, of pressure. It'll be thicker than I wanted it to be. But it'll be a complete dagger. All right, we're basically there, folks. See if I can't make that raise up a tad. There you go. Makes it look a little better. Come on. All right, well, there you go. My first ever dagger. I know I semi-messed up the thing. I was supposed to leave it kind of back and forth, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. That's not too bad. I think it came out okay. Nice, just little unstitched ridge dagger. This is the flatter side. This has the little ridge on it. Little ridge. Cool beans. All right, so what did I learn? Well, I learned that punching is probably the ticket to getting a big ridge like this. Now I could take a solid head and this gouges them out rather than pushes them over, and that would have been good if I wanted to establish a nice ridge. What I also learned is I need to be careful not to push over, which can kind of cut the other edge of the back. I learned that, you know, I can still push over this if I need to, unless we're talking about a ridge, in which I'd probably gouge it out kind of like a Clovis preform, and you know, then you could stitch that. So anyways, it's not a Jasper one, but it is a Flint River one, and I hope you guys enjoyed first ever little Flint River dagger. All right, see you in the next video.